What's up, everyone? This is Youngling Jr. Thank you guys for tuning in. So, I haven't made a Brian Laundrie video in a while, and it's been some more updated information about this matter. Now, traveling back, Brian Laundrie is the individual that was about to get married to Gabby Petito, but they decided to go all over the world. All over the U.S. She's a travel vlogger and everything, and she's from New York. And they got into some type of altercation back in the Utah area, and it led to her death. Due to strangulation. So he strangled her. Pretty much killed her, and he decided to go back to Northport, Florida, in her 2012 Ford Transit, okay, by itself. And now this is raising questions, right? I was staying up all night. This raises questions like, okay, he returned home without his fiance, and he went home immediately. I'm pretty sure he talked to his parents about what was going on, and they decided to go to a camp. Okay, forgot the camp was named, but they went to the camp, and he returned home. They was there for like a few days. It was actually when they had Dog the Bounty Hunter. It got so bad that he was actually got involved. When a few days later they reported Gabby Petito missing, and they found her body parts in Wyoming, and it was just very unfortunate that in this point that Brian Laundrie's parents right now are responding to this lawsuit that the Petito family has filed against them, saying that they knew about the murder. They knew about the murder about their daughter, and they didn't do anything about it. Now, the reason is because it's like, Roberta Laundrie, Roberta Laundrie ended up not, she ended up blocking the Petito family from Facebook, all via social media accounts. And I'm looking like, common sense would have been like, okay, well, dang, my son murdered your daughter. I know this is my son and it's messed up. I'm going to inform the family what's going on. So, and it's really sad, man, because it left the Petito family so much emotional distress. To the point that, we want answers. What happened to our daughter? You mean to tell me you left her? Like, it was ridiculous, man. And and the crazy part is, when I was further doing research, guys, I was covering it. I had people from Australia coming in. I went live, and that was like one of the biggest success I had, with the story. But it's just sad with this missing case is, the FBI had a hard time finding belongings in the Carlton Reserve until they actually had to have ask for assistance with Brian Laundrie's parents, okay? And Brian Laundrie's parents was all smiling, having a good time in the Gator, and they found it. They was like, oh, we found like a little notebook. Oh, we found a backpack. We found this. And it's just like they literally went straight to it. Exactly. They knew exactly where it was, and they took his Mustang back home. And it just baffles me. Like, you have professionals that had a hard time finding these clues. You even had Dog the Bounty Hunter had to help him, but Brian Laundrie's parents knew exactly where to go. And then the sister got involved. So the reason why I was questioning the sister at one point, Brian Laundrie's sister, is that, she was actually in the camp at first. So I'm looking like, okay, they was at this camp probably discussing a plan to get away. So I'm gonna read further along. This is an interesting lawsuit. So finally, they actually speaking up. Now, an attorney for the parents of Brian Laundrie has filed a motion to dismiss the civil lawsuit. This is going to be a civil lawsuit case brought by the parents of Gabby Petito. So the suit filed by Petito's parents and step-parents claim Laundrie's parents knew she had been murdered as early as the day after her death. It claimed Brian had confessed the murder to his parents, Christopher and Roberta Laundrie, this on about August 28, 2021. So attorney Stephen Bartolino called the lawsuit baseless and frivolous. He said Brian's parents had every right not to speak out, according to their constitutional right in the Florida law, right? So they have the right to remain silent, and this is like a common practice that the civilized community, embodies and exercise their fundamental rights. So investigators said Petito died of homicide on August 27th. So Brian left Wyoming. Get this, Brian left Wyoming that time, and he returned home for Northport, Florida, in Gabby's 2012 Ford Transit. This was on September 1st to September 10th, okay? Days before she was officially reported missing. According to the lawsuit, Brian's mother, Roberta, blocked Gabby's mother on her cell phone and Facebook. Searchers found Gabby's remains in Wyoming on September 21st. That was in Brigadier Tinton National Park, or National Forest, I should say. Just 4 days earlier, Brian was reported missing more than 2 weeks after he returned home. So Gabby's parents claim they suffered emotional distress because the Laundries did not come forward earlier. Christopher and Roberta Laundrie exhibited extreme and outrageous conduct with constitutes behavior under the circumstance which goes beyond all possible bounds of decency and is regarded as shocking, atrocious, and utterly intolerable in a civilized community, the lawsuit read. Bartolino says his clients had no legal responsibility to come forward. That's why they were silent for the whole thing, man. But it just really made them look bad. The Laundries' rights are inalienable. Yes, it is. And the Laundries can never be liable for exercising their legal rights in a permissible way, he said. Myself and my colleagues at Haynes, who are representing Chris and Roberta Laundrie in this matter, are confident that the constitutional rights of all citizens of this country would be protected by the dismissal of this lawsuit. So they're trying to dismiss this lawsuit. Hey, but my thing is this, like, why not come forward early? Why didn't you just? It's just strange to me that that you're well aware that your son was traveling all across the country with his fiance, and this is a human being, and this is the one it's about to get into marriage. So like this, technically your family, they about to become one, but your son couldn't control his emotions and he committed a heinous crime, and you're covering it. So I believe that the Gabby Petito family is doing the right thing. They doing the right thing by going out here and filing this lawsuit. So, hopefully they can get some jail time or something like that, because this is ridiculous, man. Covering up a murder. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. Covering up a murder. Like, why? In so many ways. So, because during this whole investigation last year, last summer, last fall, they were just pretty much silent. They didn't really say anything. They didn't really want to talk to the media besides the sister. That was the only thing, and her husband. But, other than that, because she was questioned that, it was protests and rioters out there, but she was just questioned because, I heard that your name was there. What was discussed there? Like, was you guys just having a vacation? All of a sudden that you heard that your son, just killed somebody? Like, that don't make any sense. Like, so I come home, you killed, like, your fiance, and they go, hey, let's go camping, let's just kind of celebrate, like, so stuff doesn't add up. So that's why it's raising the question, like, okay, did they plan his escape? Did they try to plan his escape, during this time when the feds was trying to look for him? It's completely ridiculous. So I just want to see if I get any more information. This is pretty much the much I can really hear from the Brian Laundrie's household, if they're gonna say anything about this. But but justice, like I said, for Gabby, we just pretty much find out at the end that he killed himself, and it is what it is. They found like different bone fragments, so according to the autopsy. So I'm not gonna get too much into conspiracy, like if he's still around. I think he's completely gone. Much of a coward anyway. But that's all I really have to say, man. Like I said, justice for Gabby, and like I said, pray peace in their household. It's really ridiculous, man. It's supposed to be something, a fun time, but it seemed like, in Moab and Utah, and I can't blame the Utah Police Department. I know they probably deal with a lot of domestic cases, but because when they were called and they were fighting each other and things of that nature, and she was confessing to the police and overreacting a little bit, and they had an incident in a restaurant too. So I mean, I just wish that if it was another extra step, they were like, hey, you need to go home, or things of that nature. You're gonna find a way to take you home. You need to be separate, But it is what it is, man. It seemed like the relationship was kind of toxic, up and down, man. But I just wish that woman was still alive, man, in so many ways. But it's really unfortunate. She didn't have to lose her life over that. But that's all I really have to say, man. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe, share this video. But the one thing too was interesting. If you guys do more research on the case too, they actually found Brian Laundrie's like notebook and stuff when he was confessing before he decided to, after he committed that act, before he decided to kill himself. So it is what it is, man. But like, comment, subscribe, share this video. If I get more information, I'm gonna go ahead and present this. But I just feel like it was kind of time to give a little bit of update on that, because I promise you guys that I was investing heavily in the Brian Laundrie case. So because it was really interesting to me to hear about this, man. But y'all like, comment, subscribe, share this video. And do you think it's right for them to the Laundries to dismiss this civil lawsuit against the Petito family? I want you guys to start to have a good discussion. Follow me on TikTok at YoungLink Junior 395. All right, I'm out. Deuces.